Sarah Thompson, and welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm back with Natalie, Lakeman, and Mike Vanhee to talk more about Loufest. So, you're on Central Fields there in Forest Park. You've got 3 stages. There's a lot of engineering that goes into it, right? So tell me a little bit more about that, how you guys approach that each year and what's going to, again, slightly be different this year.
Each year we take a look at the field, and it's a big flat field, but there are some challenges to make sure that the sound goes the right way we want it to. There's not a whole lot of shade there, so this year we've actually expanded the fence line into an area that hasn't previously been a part of the footprint. So there will be more shade this year than folks have seen in the past 3 years. There'll be more trees to relax under. It'll be more interactive areas back there that sponsors have created, like Schlafly's Beer Garden. Chipotle has a new activation that they'll be having back there. So it'll be new areas that people can take a part in and relax back in the shade.
And do you recommend that people bring anything since it might be potentially warm, or do they need to bring?
Yeah, they could bring a blanket, they can bring a chair.
They are allowed to, okay.
Yep, and one of the big things we're proud of is we have a refillable water station. So we know that this time of year it can be hot.
Yeah.
So we do have a refillable water station with chilled filtered water right on site. And if you have your own water bottle, we're happy to refill it. We'll have volunteers there all day. One
thing I've really appreciated over the years when I've always read about Loufest is the encouragement to take Metrolink or to use your bikes. So talk about your sort of eco-consciousness as it relates to Loufest.
Yeah, when we started this festival, we wanted to make sure that not only was it a great music festival, but we kept it local, and that we brought in a huge greening factor, and we were trying to be as eco-friendly as possible. So we've done many things. Like Mike said, we have the refillable water station, so you guys can bring water bottles and have cold, chilled, filtered water there throughout the weekend, which is awesome. We also partnered with St. Louis Earth Day. So instead of just having trash cans and recyclable stations, we actually have waste stations there where we compost on site. So we will be composting all weekend. In fact, we've had quite a high diversion rate. So 86% is our diversion rate, and everything that we do, 86% of that is actually green and actually compost and actually recyclable. So that's awesome. And then we have a valet bike station. So we partner with TrailNet, and if you bike to the festival, we will actually valet your bike there on site, and you can keep it there. It'll be safe throughout the weekend.
Tell me about the people coming, because I know there's in terms of the attendees, it's not just local. This is really, really grown. So you were saying something prior to our interview about a certain number of states, 30, more than people from 30 different states. Is that right?
Yeah, last year, we're still seeing ticket sales come in this year, but last year we sold to 38 different states and 5 different countries. So it's starting to expand outside of the metro area and the state and the region, and now people from all over are starting to come.
And what do you hope, as the founding members, and you've seen the success thus far, where do you hope for this to be, in 5 years from now? Where would you like for it to be?
5 years from now, it would be great to maybe add a day. So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. It becomes more of a nationally known event that we can bring in more national bands and shed more of a light on St. Louis and on Forest Park.
And hopefully we take over the whole field. We have more stages. We hope it becomes a national music festival. We love that it's local. We love that we've kept it local, but we hope that it's a staple on the national, music festival schedule. So.
And have you had sort of your highlight over the past couple of years, like one of those moments where it's like the yes moment that you've done it right? Have you personally had one of those, or an example of that?
There's been a few, yeah. Last year's headliners with the Flaming Lips. Yeah. There's some pictures floating around, I'm sure, of all the confetti and the balls that they threw off the stage, and that was a great moment because at that point it had been 3 years in the making, and it had been our largest crowd. So hopefully we have another one of those this year.
Mm-hmm. Where that you're doing something right. What about you, Natalie? Was there a moment like that for you?
When we were watching video from last year, and there was a kid on a dad's shoulders, and I think this kid was maybe 3 or 4, wearing the music headphones, and tears were coming down from this child's eyes while confetti is being thrown and the Flaming Lips are playing, and you rewatch that video and you're like, wow, that is awesome. Mm-hmm. I think that was kind of a moment last year that we all had.
Mm-hmm. Everyone got kind of
this kid is crying just as the confetti is coming and the music is playing, and you can see that that child's touched, and that's what we hope, that everyone is touched by this music and by this festival.
Well, hats off to you guys for really coming out of the gate so strong and just creating an event here that already is just so popular and just has such a strong image and brand with the community. But there it is, September 7th through 8th, Loufest at the Central Fields in Forest Park. Amazing lineup of music, 3 stages, tons of food, activities, children's corner, a lot of stuff, more than we can really even describe in this interview. So go to the website, loufest.com, to check it out and buy a ticket, probably most importantly.
Yes.
Natalie.
Yes.
Natalie, Mike, thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
And next up on STL TV Live, the Greater St. Louis Hispanic Festival will be turning up the heat soon. So stick around for details when we come back.